welcome to the Real Life Show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan, and this particular episode, I'm gonna call it Real Life Nuggets, right? Because these are points and nuggets that are going to transform your life. Now, lady is sitting next to me. She's a big boss, you know, so she is the head of HR in one of the biggest financial institutions, I'm not gonna mention, but right here in Zambia. And today I thought we could tackle, you know, stuff to do with HR. A lot of people walk into interview rooms and they don't understand or they don't know what made them fail. So this particular episode was speaking about mistakes. And she's gonna tell us the mistakes that people make during a job interview. Boss, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to give some help. Concerning interviews and the mistakes people make. Okay. I've seen quite a lot. And they are all mistakes that can be corrected. Even before you get into an interview room, as long as you know and you get to know.
Great. Okay. So you have some points for us?
Yes. I think the first one for me, the big one that I've seen over the years is people coming in late.
Oh, late?
Yes. You don't go into it's a big issue. You don't go into an interview room late. Okay. First of all, an interview by itself is nerve-wracking. So the last thing you need is to go late. You're sweating, you're nervous, and we can see through you, you know? So I think the big thing is go to an interview probably even 30 minutes early so that you calm down. By the time they're calling you, you would have calmed down, you would have composed yourself, you would have stopped sweating, and you can sit in and listen to what they're saying. Great. So going to an interview room late is very, very, very bad. It shows that you're not serious about the job itself, and if something is very important in your life, you have to make time for it. And making time for it means that you start off early from home. And don't come into an interview room and give an excuse of traffic. We all know, especially those of us who live in Lusaka, we all know what Lusaka traffic is. There's no timing to say it's a Monday, it's a Tuesday, it's 10 hours, it's 15 hours. Lusaka traffic is crazy the entire day. So go early. Start off from home early. Get to the interview room early so that you compose yourself, you are calm. By the time you're starting to answer questions, you're already calm. You're at a point where you prepare yourself, and also just to go through.
Awesome. Number two?
I think the next one is dressing. The dress code is pretty bad. I don't want to start clustering here, but I think one of the things I've seen with maybe the millennials and the Gen Zs, they probably don't know, and maybe this will help. Dress appropriately for an interview. Okay. Yes, in terms of what you're wearing, the color coordination, and just the type of clothing that you're going to. It's an interview. You need to give an impression, and the first impression for me is how you dress. When you go into an interview room, dress business-like. Say, for instance, you are a safety officer. When you come for an interview, dress like a business person. Okay. When you get the job, then you dress appropriately. You have your you come back to yourself. Think about a chef who's going for an interview. You can't go with your chef uniform. No, we need to see how you look like. Because remember, you'll probably be the one meeting suppliers. The suppliers will meet you at your office and they find you in your chef's uniform. That's fine. But when you go to negotiate, you can't go in a chef's uniform. You need to look the part.
Do I have to be in a suit? Is a suit a must?
Yes, a suit is a must. For men, wear a nice suit, not a suit with an orange color or a lime green color. Wear some dark colors. Okay. Because those colors, black, blue, gray, yes, those are good colors. Okay. And then for ladies, also dress in, if you're going to wear a dress, it should be slightly up below the knees. Okay. You don't want to show your legs because you don't want to confuse the people that are on the panel. Exactly. And then also the colors. You can't go into an interview room with a flowery dress. Try and combine the colors. If you're going to combine colors, let them be a color that is dark and maybe a light one, but at least let the colors not be too loud.
Yeah.
I think that confuses the interview panel.
Yeah.
Yes. So dress appropriately. For women, don't wear anything sleeveless.
Okay.
We don't want to see your arms. My dress,
Yeah.
you've seen the way it is?
Yeah.
That's
to
fine.
cover,
Yeah, it covers the shoulders and it covers the armpits.
Okay.
You don't want to be in an interview room and your armpits are doing this. Because remember, some of us speak with our hands, with gestures.
Yeah.
So when you do this, you do that.
We might
Everybody's
say
seeing,
things
yeah,
we're not
everybody's
supposed to
seeing,
say.
yeah, everybody's seeing things that are inside. Yeah, that is so wrong.
Great.
So dress appropriately. And also, if you're going to wear heels, let them not be too high. Because remember, it's an interview room.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
You might just trip and fall.
Oh yeah.
So have a block heel, even if it's high, but at least it's something you can move comfortably with.
Yeah, you're managing to walk.
And then for guys, if possible, if you have an interview tomorrow, go to the barber shop today. Your freshly cut hair will be seen, nicely manicured and whatnot. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then for women, even if you have to have nail polish on your hands, please have a natural color. I think a nude color.
Okay.
You don't go in with, first of all, even those long nails. For me, when I look at that, I already have a problem. Because I'm thinking, are you going to do the work?
Yeah.
You know?
You look too bougie, too flashy.
Exactly. So are you going to do the work? You know? So if possible, if those are fake nails, remove them for the interview and then put them back on maybe later. After probation, if possible, yes.
Okay. Great.
But they should be short, to the point, and with a nice nail polish, if possible. But if not, have them natural. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Powerful information right there.
Yeah.
Well, on point number 2, and I feel like this is already changing someone's life. What's our number 3?
Number 3 is don't use a very loud perfume or cologne. Because remember, you're sitting with people that you don't know.
Yeah.
Some of them have allergies.
Yeah.
And some people don't like strong smells.
Yeah.
So if you're going to use a perfume or cologne, use something that is mild.
Okay.
Yes, so that it doesn't disturb the flow. It doesn't disturb the people that are interviewing you.
Great.
If possible, don't use it. Just use your roll-on.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's absolutely okay.
I've learned that for the first time today.
Yeah. And then one of the biggest killers is using your phone or your phone going on in an interview. Have your phone on silent mode. Wow. If possible, switch it off. You cannot go into an interview room and then the phone rings. That is so disturbing. In fact, it's so disturbing both to the interviewer and the interviewee. Yeah. So don't have your phone on. For any reason, I know that for women, normally we move with our handbags. Yeah. So put your phone in the handbag. Don't even move with it in the hands. The keys, the phone, put them in the handbag. For guys, I know that you've got pockets. Yeah. If possible, put it in a pocket. Yeah. Or sometimes I know guys move with a backpack or put it in your bag so that it's away from the interview panel.
Good.
Yeah. Just don't move with your phone. Don't have your phone in the interview room.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then
next one.
The other one, please research as much as possible the organization you're going to. The last thing you need is to be, in fact, one of the things I've learned over the years is do as much research that you actually come up with even a question. But a question not to say, but say for instance, a financial industry. Yeah. In the financial sector, there's so many products, but not all of them have the same products. Not all banks or financial institutions have the same products. Yeah. So research as much as possible so that you can even ask a question to say, I've seen that this institution has several branches. Yeah. Why do you only have one?
Exactly.
Because that shows the panel that you've actually done your research.
You've dug deep.
You've dug deep, yes.
And it also shows that you're interested in the organization.
Exactly.
And its growth.
Its growth, yes. So do as much research as possible. Right now, we don't have excuses. We've got the internet. You can go to the internet, research on the website, research as much as possible. There's information about every institution. And once you research, you even come up with maybe the questions at the end of the interview. Yeah. Every interview will have questions at the end. Yeah. Maybe come up with those and say, hey, I've noticed that your bank or your institution doesn't do this. Yeah. Why is it so?
Why is it like that?
Yes, but do as much research as possible because it shows that you're interested and you really want to be part of this. And remember, most jobs, you need to know the product quality or
Yeah.
products that you're selling or you're going to be part of.
Yeah.
So do as much research as possible, because then it shows that you're interested and you can add value to the organization, because now it means that even the things that we don't do, you can come up once you're employed. You can come up and say, hey, why don't we do this? Yes, why don't you do this? That will work. Our friends are doing this. Is it possible to do this? And then if it's not in your business line, they'll tell you, no, we can't do it this way. But at least it will give you ideas that, okay, this person is interested and is interested in working with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff right there. Awesome stuff. I hope you're getting these points, because I am flabbergasted right now, you know. What's our next point?
Don't lie on your CV.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuzzy things on your CV. No, I did this, I did that, I did that. No, don't do that. Just be yourself and say what is the truth.
How do you know someone is lying?
You know what? As a person who sits in interviews, I can actually tell that someone is, yes. Say, for instance, they mention a university they've never been to. You can actually tell they've never been to that university. They're lying. So why lie? Just be yourself. I think the big thing is just sell yourself in the interview. Yes. Sometimes people have been employed for jobs that they are underqualified for, or because of what they are able to say and articulate. It's not all the time that we look for qualifications. Of course, qualifications are important, but it's not always all the time that we look for qualifications. Sometimes we just look for attitude and to see if someone can actually do the job. Exactly. Attitude. So don't lie. Don't put things that are not true on your CV, because remember that now, when it comes to due diligence and we're trying to do the vetting or reference check, once we find that, that shows that, you know, you can't be trusted with anything anyways. So don't lie. Just put, if you are doing a course and you're not yet done, just say, I'm not yet done. Don't put a degree and you're still in a third year. You're still pursuing it. It doesn't show respect for both yourself and for the people that are interviewing you. So say the truth, even if you say pursuing, you know, I'll ask you and say, how far have you gone? And how far are you willing to go? Or when are you likely to finish? And remember, there are bumps on the road. You may be in your third year, hoping you'll finish, but maybe finances. Sometimes we can assume it's something else, but it could be finances. So now we're thinking, okay, so if this person is in third year, if we employ him or her, they'll start work. And then they can pursue and finish.
Or empower him
exactly.
to finish his program.
Yeah, exactly. So don't lie. Just say the truth. If you're pursuing, you're pursuing. If you've got one course remaining, just say the truth. And then we see what happens. We negotiate.
Great.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff right there.
Yeah.
What's our next point?
Our next point is talking too much. As much as we agree that you should know about the organization, but don't speak too much. One of the things you must know is interviews. We don't like sitting on interviews. It's a lot of time consuming. So
and you interview a lot of people.
And we interview a lot of people. So just give us what we want. But also, I'm not saying that you give one-word answers. No. At least be able to balance. When I ask you a question, balance and at least complete it. Don't give me yes or no. But also don't go into too much information. I'm not interested. It's too much work. I'm thinking about the other people that I need to interview. So just give me what I need. At least you'll be able to know that, okay, this is enough. But don't say too much. Too much that is irrelevant, actually.
I hear you, boss. I hear you, boss.
Yeah, maybe the last one is, you know, you can tell when someone is not paying attention.
Really?
But the reason such things come in an interview is, first of all, like I said, an interview room by itself is nerve-wracking. So if something happened, like you were in traffic and you came late, but we allow you to come into the interview, you won't pay attention. You've already dismissed yourself. So that is why one of the reasons I was saying you need to come to an interview early is that come in early, sit down, calm down, because then you are paying attention to what people are saying. But if you come in late and we allow you for some reason, because remember, you've come all the way. Sometimes you can be disqualified just by coming late, but because we are human, we also realize, you know, you've come all the way. Let's give you a chance. But we've already disqualified you. But you also know. The same way I feel. Exactly. The same way I know that we've disqualified you, you also know that you've been disqualified.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and that
So
means
it's a
you won't
two-way
pay.
thing.
Yeah, it's a two-way thing.
So, you
that means
I'm here, I'm not there. Is
Exactly.
this job for me? What are they thinking about me? I'm not serious.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I need to pay attention to you.
Yes, and I'll know that you're paying attention.
Great.
Your body language, remember? Body language says a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, it says what is not being said. So I'll know that you're actually not paying attention. And then remember, also, one of the things is maybe your phone rang in the interview room. You've also disqualified yourself. But like I said, we can't be rude to say, oh, you know what, you're done.
You're
go.
human.
No, we're human. We'll let you go ahead. But you've disqualified yourself.
Already.
And how it will show is yourself, you will not be in that interview. You want the ground to open so that it swallows you up.
Madam Chibwe, they are just giving us nuggets and powerful tips just to help us pass interviews. Now, the interesting thing is, me and Madam Chibwe have gotten into a contract, right? So she'll be coming on this platform just to share some of these things that will be helping us, to get our jobs right, get our interviews right, and get in the corporate space. Yeah. So, any last words, Madam?
Last words is any interview is important, and take it as such. Any interview, actually, even if you apply, or when you apply for a job, and they call you for an interview, even if you've started work, sometimes it takes long.
Yeah.
Even if you started work, find time to go to an interview. You always learn something from an interview. So every interview is very important.
Even if I'm working already.
Even if you're working already, sometimes it takes long.
5 years ago.
Yes, please go for an interview. Yes.
Great.
Because an interview will give you learn. In fact, I think it's a learning process, especially for the interviewee.
Okay.
Because you learn things that you didn't know before.
Yeah.
Yes. So every interview is a learning process. So go for that interview and take it very seriously. Prepare for it. Go for that interview, but don't shun any interview that comes. Even if you've started work, don't shun it. Even if it's a different industry that you applied in, but go for that interview. It's a very important learning process. And learning too, So don't shun any interview that comes, unless maybe it's going to cost you. Maybe say you were in Kitwe when you applied, but it's in Osaka, and then they tell you that you have to pay for yourself. Then maybe you can say, okay, fine. But now with the coming in of virtual interviews, you can actually ask and say, oh, can we do it virtually? Then once you do it, if they agree, you go ahead and do it. Unless it's something that will cost you and you're not prepared to foot that bill. But if it's something that you can manage, please go.
Awesome.
Yeah, please go.
Madam Chibwe, I personally want to say thank you for coming on this platform to share, because I'm learning some of these things for the first time as well. I know I've attended interviews here and there a couple of times, but I didn't know. And some of those things that you're mentioning, I'm a victim of that. So I've personally learned from you. And I believe that people also have learned, and this is going to change how people are going to be approaching interviews. So thank you very much. You're a busy lady. Look at the time that we're shooting this.
Yeah.
That shows how serious we are concerning changing lives. So thank you very much for showing up, and see you next time. I know you're coming next time again to offload some more data just to help us in this area. Okay. So she's the HR expert. Yeah, human resource expert. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we do on the Real Life Show. We bring you the best that you deserve and the best that you need. See you in the next episode. Stay safe and God bless you. Peace.